they're going to go to summoning phase, gonna place a creature, summon a creature, gonna place a creature in my active zone, gonna enter battlement phase.
And there's the...
enter a combat phase. Story time. Well, where we last left off, we were talking about the birth of magic, and now it's gonna pan 200 years after basically almost all of the proto-elementals basically killed each other. And this a witch by the name of Kaisha ends up coming across what looks to be a cave, which is actually the remnants of one of the proto-elementals. And she ends up coming across an appendage, like a leftover fingertip. And she ends up using her magic along with the magic emanating from the proto-elemental and ends up becoming what I call a Jayun, which is basically a proto-elemental mixed with a human with magic. And later on, she ends up basically going completely mad, and she ends up also creating other like underlings that are called Jagreers by feeding them her blood. Now, there's a difference between the Jayun and the Jagreer. The Jagreers are people without magic that drink her blood. Jayuns are people that use the proto-elemental's blood along with their own magic. They end up becoming a Jayun. Now, the Jayun also basically is semi-immortal because they really cannot actually die. The only, like, a lot of people has tried to kill her because ever since she became a Jayun, she went from village to village, like killing everybody. And she even found a few people that she liked, per se, because they were demented and twisted. Like, I have one of the main Jayuns that I actually call a birth harvester, which was basically, it ate a bunch of children and women and stuff like that. And before he even became a Jagreer, and Kaisha thought that was amusing, so she ends up creating one of the first Jagreers called the Birth Harvester. Now, later on, like 10 years or so later after that, she ends up coming across this other guy called Wisestrix. Now, Wisestrix was, at first, was like a very mild-mannered type of person, but she saw kind of like the darkness and I mean, kind of intrigued her, and she wanted to bring that out. But no matter what she did, he never turned bad or did anything evil. So she ended up turning him into a Jagreer. Then, sometime later, he ended up finding out how to kill her, and the only way to actually kill a Jayun is kill them in their sleep. And so eventually, Wisestrix ended up waiting until she was asleep, then ends up assassinating her, and then ends up taking in her power and becomes the next Jayun. End of story time.